How to be an entrepreneur in 2021. How does it feel to be an entrepreneur during a worldwide seismic shift in the way business is getting done? The entrepreneurial renaissance is coming. Can you see the opportunities being created? Can you feel it like electricity in the air? I know you can. Here's the top 10 ways to catalyze that energy into a rock star brand that could come out of nowhere in 2021. Today, we are answering the question on every entrepreneur's mind. What are the top success strategies for entrepreneurs in 2021? In this episode, I'm going to give you the top 10 success strategies you need to come out of nowhere and to really jumpstart your momentum. At the end of this episode, I've decided to include an exclusive link for taking a really cool quiz that I adapted to help you identify yourself of 4 prominent entrepreneurial types. So be sure to stick around for that. Okay, so in the wake of the pandemic, we have witnessed seismic shifts in the way business is done. Experts predict that many of these changes are here to stay, such as the wave of office workers who are now accustomed to working from home. A recent study done by Stanford discovered that 50% of all the people who began working from home during the pandemic would rather quit than go back to the office full time. Change is here. We are on the precipice of an evolution in business, an entrepreneurial renaissance. In the past year, we have seen an explosion of new businesses and startups flood the marketplace as the innovators of the world step up to take charge of their own future. Entrepreneurs look at these major changes and surges of new business to see opportunity. There has never been a better time to go all in and embrace your entrepreneurial destiny. And here you are at the right place at the right time. If you're as excited as I am to find yourself in this unprecedented situation, hit that like button for me and let's dive right into the top 10 success strategies for entrepreneurs in 2021. Number 1, self-knowledge is sovereignty. The first success strategy is one of ancient wisdom, as observed by Socrates. Know thyself. Seeking out true self-awareness, knowledge of your own strengths and weaknesses both, is an entrepreneurial superpower. The passion you feel for your future as an entrepreneur can only be magnified when you embrace your identity fully with a passion. Becoming aware of our shortcomings may be uncomfortable at times, but wow, is it useful. And here's the baddest ass part about knowing your own weaknesses. The truth is, our weaknesses are just the flip side of our strengths. When we can embrace self-knowledge with all of our assets and defects, and we gain the ability to masterfully relate to anyone. Entrepreneurs come in many forms, and knowing your entrepreneurial type can be very grounding. Are you a controller, an analyzer, a supporter, a promoter? I want you to have this information. And that's why at the end of this episode, I'm giving you a link to take this quiz to help you not only identify your type, but other types of people that you work with as well. It's been demonstrated so beautifully, as well as tragically, in this past year, how inextricably connected we all are to one another. Bruce Lee once said, relationship is the mirror in which you discover yourself. To be is to be related. Which also reminds me of what Carl Jung said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to understanding about ourselves. Self-knowledge forces an ironclad resilience against taking setbacks personally. It helps us stay on our own way and allows us to know when to ask for help, when to help others, when our skill sets are set to help others, or when our skill sets are weak and we need help from other people. Being in full possession of your own supreme power, dominion over your own destiny, is the only possible through self-awareness. In 2021, lockdowns have been giving many of us time to reflect on what we want, as well as what we want to change. The most powerful and accessible form of progress starts right at the heart, your heart. An entrepreneur is another word for a leader, and in 2021, the world needs strong, passionate, conscientious leaders who set the kind of precedent that leaves only winners in their wake. So, wherever you are on your path of self-discovery, be sure to take the quiz to help you move along in the right direction. Number 2, get your ideas out. Keeping our $1 million ideas close to our chest is a survival instinct. We don't want anyone to copy us. We don't want our ideas to get stolen. But the truth is, the only success is shared success. And the most successful entrepreneurs are the ones who create a community of people who are excited about their ideas long before those ideas become a reality. That instinct to keep your ideas hidden from the world until they're perfect or complete or ready, underneath that instinct is fear. And understandably so. As entrepreneurs, we take a lot of risks, and it makes sense to want to protect our emotional investments as well as our investments of time and money. As an entrepreneur, you have an idea for a product or a service that will make people's lives better, something that can change the world in a million ways, big and small. Make your work a labor of love instead of a labor of fear. Collaborate, get feedback. There'll always be haters, but there'll always be supporters and fans and investors too. Fearlessly create prototypes one after the other and the next, share them with people, gather information. Remember, you only have to get it perfect once for one person before it's ready to be scaled. You want your team assembled before that happens, so you're primed to come out of nowhere and become an inspiration to millions. And number 3, build your dream team. See how that led right into the next one? Again, the only success is shared success. Entrepreneurship is a team sport. Great ideas are only the beginning, and it's with the collaboration and execution that our dreams begin to take shape in the waking world. Perhaps the pandemic has thrown up roadblocks for traditional avenues of collaborations, masterminds, incubators, pitch nights, meetups, but we as entrepreneurs, we can see the new opportunities being forged. It may require a bit more creativity, and you need to be proactive and productive, but new technologies have made it possible to assemble talented people from every corner of the world. With that kind of reach and richness and diversity, the sky's the limit. My advice to you would be to start now, because the teams that are going to be created in the coming weeks and months within this new construct of the entrepreneurial renaissance will be stronger and more capable of kicking ass than ever before. So you get out there, assemble your dream team, and give them everything they need to kick ass. Number 4, play the long game. Okay. So when I say play the long game, I'm talking about 2 areas in particular. They are the health of your body and the health of your finances, because these are the 2 things that are most likely to inhibit an entrepreneur's progress. Failure can't stop you. Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've simply found 10,000 ways that don't work." Mistakes can't stop you. Sarah Blakely says, "It's important to be willing to make mistakes. The worst that can happen is you become memorable." And Tim Fargo says, "Success is normally found in a pile of mistakes." I love that. What can stop you is poor health and poor financial dealing. So take care of your body. Feed yourself well, hydrate, get your rest, make time for leisure, friends and family, and take care of your finances. Work within your means, deal honestly, find investors with values and ethics that are aligned with your brand and who are passionate about your mission's highest purpose, to make people's lives better. Number 5, seek criticism. Critical to refining and perfecting your million-dollar ideas will always be the feedback from others. The good, the bad, and the ugly. All feedback can be spun into gold for the entrepreneur who knows how to listen. Every dollar your enterprise amasses will be the direct result of how well your brand listens. Every great entrepreneur of 2021 knows that in today's digital marketplace, brand visibility has never been more transparent or more vulnerable. Start learning to embrace criticism, not for what it is in the moment, or rather unpleasant experience, but for what it can be in the future. Valuable information that will draw your products or services closer to the hearts of the people who need you most. Number 6, sound crazy, but be right. There isn't a life-changing invention or an astounding innovation in existence today that at one time wasn't called a crazy idea. Seek criticism, yes, but do not allow the naysayers to derail you from your passion. Remember your big why, the heart of why you've chosen this path. Focus on the people your product and service is going to help. And remember, the path of any entrepreneur has always included being called crazy somewhere along the way. Think of the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, wasting their time out there in the field building that ridiculous flying machine. Think of Alexander Fleming, who discovered penicillin by accident. No one thought Steve Jobs was changing the world when he built a computer in his parents' garage. Richard Branson's headmaster told him he'd likely wind up either rich or committed to an asylum. That's the line there. Every unhappiness is a new business. And if you have an idea that can make people's lives better, just stay focused and don't worry about sounding a little crazy, especially if you're right. Number 7, embrace mistakes. Don't try to avoid making mistakes because they're inevitable. Instead, try reframing the way you respond to mistakes, because lessons learned can earn billions. Steve Jobs said sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It's best to learn from them quickly and get on with improving your innovations. Every mistake has a lesson to offer. And if you're open to it, those lessons can be the stepping stones to your success. The important thing is to just keep going. Keep trying new things and don't give up. Number 8, eliminate decision fatigue. The average person makes around 35,000 decisions a day. As an entrepreneur, a leader, a business owner, you are likely faced with double that or maybe even more. And this can lead to a form of burnout that is extremely common and widely unaddressed: decision fatigue. Social psychologist Roy Baumeister defines decision fatigue as the decline in the quality of our choices after we make too many decisions in a row. I'm sure you have felt this before. This can result in otherwise unavoidable setbacks. It can result in mental fog, in feeling overwrought and overwhelmed on a daily basis. Help yourself out with decision fatigue by planning your day out the night before. Keep low-stakes decisions such as what to eat or what to wear as simple as possible. Many famous entrepreneurs are known to scale down on their decision-making by wearing the same thing every day. Dr. Dre mentions in his HBO, I think it was in 2017, his documentary series, that he only wears Nike Air Force Ones. Barack Obama only wears either a gray suit or a blue suit. Steve Jobs would always wear a black turtleneck jeans and New Balance sneakers. Their reasons are all about wasting less time and conserving energy. I'm not saying you have to wear the same thing every day, but I'm not saying that as an entrepreneur, your time, your energy is of tremendous value. And preventing decision fatigue is a simple and highly underrated way to conserve both. Number 9, be an expert in human happiness. Again, every unhappiness is a new business, if you're listening. As an entrepreneur, your ability to identify the things that make life difficult and then create a solution that makes lives better is your own secret sauce. It's what sets you apart from the rest of the world. So cultivate that ability. Become an idea machine, noting everywhere and anywhere that you recognize a consistent source of unhappiness, of irritation, of blockage, because your unique entrepreneurial insight into these things that you're witnessing that are making people's lives difficult can become your next $1 million idea. All great entrepreneurs are experts in human happiness. And number 10, have a higher purpose. If your only purpose for being an entrepreneur is to make money, then you're going to eventually hit a dead end. Basing your motivations on economics is just growth for growth's sake, and that isn't what creates value. Even in the early dawn of entrepreneurial pursuit, in ancient Greece, for example, as they invented, they did so thinking of how to improve the lives of others. They invented the Olympic Games, philosophy, cartography, so many other things, all with the purpose of serving society. Today in 2021, we want brands with a higher purpose. We want to feel good about ourselves for supporting brands that make people's lives better. It's easier for a brand with a higher purpose to gain traction because you are appealing right to the hearts of the people you wish to serve. Name your higher purpose and reflect on the people who will benefit most from your innovation. Reflect on your own story and share it vulnerably so that others may join you in passionately making the world a better place through the expression of your brand. Your brand loyalists will join your cause. So there you have it, the top 10 success strategies for entrepreneurs in 2021. Now, as I promised, I put the link to the quiz in the description below, so check it out and discover which of the 4 entrepreneurial types best describes you, and use that information to come out of nowhere in 2021. Thanks so much for joining me for another episode today. If you've enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell so you don't miss a single thing. I release these videos every Tuesday and Thursday so you can keep treating these episodes as a masterclass for becoming an inspiration to millions with branding. And as always, the way to do that starts with our motto: love what you do and love how you do it. Thanks for watching. Don't miss out on a single thing. Subscribe below. And here's something else I think you'll love.